Look, I'm putting on a little scientific demonstration in Iceland at the weekend. Perhaps you could join us.
As you know, I'm always trying to give the planet something in return for what it has given me. Those little shards of heaven known as diamonds.
The plot involves diamonds. It starts with diamonds, finishes with diamonds. And our villain has a diamond mine in Iceland where all this cash is coming from to fund this space project, which is a little dangerous, shall we say.
Ostensibly, it seems like he's mining diamonds in Iceland, and that it's an eco-friendly kind of exercise, you know, and, but actually it isn't.
I give you Icarus!
The location for the car chase was crucial. The director needed to feature the unique qualities of the dramatic Icelandic landscape. He also needed an environment that could accommodate a high-speed chase between two performance cars.
I wanted big glaciers, unforgiving country, ice and rock and danger everywhere. And that's not easy to find in Iceland. There's only one place. This lagoon, this famous lagoon where pieces of ice fall off a glacier, float around in this lagoon and then break down. I sat there and looked at this and thought, well, we better stage the ice palace here because this will look fantastic. And then I thought, what happens when this freezes over? And the guy said, well, it freezes over, all the icebergs stay frozen, solid, locked in place. I thought, well, this is spectacular. I said, what can we, when you put cars on the ice, can we, you know, what if we put cars on here and have a car chase on ice? I know we've seen cars on ice before, but never like this, not amongst icebergs, giant ones, 40, 50 feet high, sometimes several hundred yards across, tunnels of ice, quite astonishing. And the guy said, well, no one's ever done it, but you can put vehicles on it if it freezes over.
This was the ideal location for the chase, which was to star two of the world's most prestigious sports cars, the Jaguar XKR in pursuit of James Bond's new Aston Martin Vanquish. Ice is not the ideal terrain for these cars. Now that the location has been decided upon, the special effects department needs to establish what refinements are needed for the cars to perform at high speed in this new environment.
We had this big chase on the ice lake, and for that we all felt that it should be four-wheel drive. It's that confidence of knowing that when you're on ice you can do pinpoint manoeuvres.
Andy Smith is in charge of carving lethal off-roaders out of the stylish sports cars without ruining their good looks or high performance. With action sequences like these, damage is inevitable, so the special effects team will need to produce 4 of each car, guns and gadgets and all.
We took Jaguar's four-wheel drive system from one of their production four-wheel drives and laid it over the outline of XKR, and it just didn't fit. It would not work like that. And Jaguar were quite adamant that it couldn't be done, but maybe not in their environment. But I mean, we do different things. We work much quicker and much more brutal. So what we've got is Aston Martin Vanquish in its standard form. All of that will have to go. Have to lose that V12. Takes up too much space. Put in the V8 and push it way back so we can get our second axle up here, leaving all of this space free for the weaponry and everything else.
After over 3 months in the workshop, the Jaguar is the first to get a test drive. There's still a long way to go, but at least it works.
Very satisfied, yeah. We've only got that reverse gear, so we've only got 10, 15 mile an hour. It did everything it was supposed to do. Get the new gearbox next week. Very optimistic. At least we know we're in the right direction. If we were wrong there, we'd have had to take a few steps back and rethink. We're not 100% sure what the surface is going to be, so we don't exactly know what it needs to do. So we're trying to make it do everything. We've built it four-wheel drive, we've got centre diff, we've got torque sensing front axle, studded tyres, limited slip diff rear, so it should go anywhere.
It's ultimately, as in all these things, Bond should win it by being the better driver, not by having the better car. Okay, he's got a flash car, but it hasn't got probably...
Production designer Peter Lamont works with the director, the car manufacturer, and the special effects department to come up with the right look for the cars.
The Aston Martin was the Aston Martin, with extras, but nobody knows what the extras are. But Zhao's Jaguar is something else. You know, we all talked together about what weaponry there should be, so we then went to Jaguar. They then countered with what they would like, and we eventually ended up with this concept here, but we eventually evolved with this green one here.
The ultimate in British engineering.
You must be joking.
As I learned from my predecessor, Bond, I never joke about my work. Aston Martin call it the Vanquish, we call it the Vanish.
Oh, very good.
Adaptive camouflage. Tiny cameras on all sides project the image they see onto a light-emitting polymer skin on the opposite side. You see, to the casual eye, it's as good as invisible.
That's us touching on what we believe is available technology at the moment. I think a lot of people probably think it's rather far-fetched, but in fact, we're not too far off that in real life. The chaps at the DERA have got a cloaking weapon that they're developing, or cloaking device that they're developing for tanks at the moment.
Wish I could make you vanish.